Hi. Guess we're back at this now. My spaceport build. This project has really gotten out of hand. Just so big. Huge. So in the last video we removed a bunch of trees. Mostly from this area. A couple of trees there, and most of them were here. Only huge stumps remaining. And these trees, man, they were all extremely crooked, except for that one. That was the only straight tree. All of them, except the one, were really heavily leaning towards those solar panels. And normally I wouldn't really care, but if any of these trees fell on those panels, I would be liable for that. Yeah, I checked. I would be liable for that. I just decided to get rid of the trees. That was the easier way out. Luckily, Joseph made it pretty easy. That was quite a fun project, so if you guys are interested, then I'm gonna throw that video's link down in the description. But anyway, this video's topic is pretty simple. Basically, I just want to remove the topsoil from this area and get the ground level in this area, basically what I have there. Actually, this whole area will mostly be used for firewood and lumber making purposes. So I will be putting the sawmill there, the firewood shed there, and I'm still kind of mellowing over in my head where am I gonna put A, the log pile, and B, the sawmilling material. I still haven't nailed that down. Hopefully by the end of this video I will figure that out. But before we get into the action, let's do a bit of maintenance on the dozer. And just like in the last video, I needed to do a bit of maintenance on the bobby. So this time let's focus a bit on the dozer itself. It just needs a couple of repairs and some looby-doob. Looby-dooby. So many marks. I remember some of you guys mentioned something like that. The gearbox's dipstick. It shows the level of the gearbox and the differential or something like that. Or maybe the final drives. Well, there's some liquid in there. That's all I need to know. Yeah. Where grease? Do what? Kind of feels like it's bumping pretty hard. Oh, yeah. There we go. I think that's it. No, honestly guys, I'm not really good with regular upkeep. The last time I greased this thing was when I basically bought the thing. So over a year ago now. In my defense though, the thing is mostly sitting around anyway. So it's not in any daily job or activity. It's just kind of sitting when I need it. Although in the last week or two, I think I've used this thing more than the entire first year combined. But you know, all the fittings took grease nicely, and think I got them all. Except for that thing, I forgot about that thing, sorry. Check. Check. Turn control mechanism. Gear connection of the clutch shaft. I need to check that every 240 hours. I think it's been about, well, not even 1/10 of that. But let's check it anyway. So dirty. Yeah, what the crap am I supposed to check there, man? You can't see anything. So the Bible says that when repairing internal of the filler hole, when repairing internal of the filler hole, that's the description about that thing. Oh, and it says it needs motor oil, engine oil. So I don't really understand the description. I think something was lost during translation. So I'm just gonna add a bit of oil in there, as I did last time. Seemed to work. Can't hurt, right? Sadly, it doesn't specify how much it takes or where the drain is, or really anything. It just kind of says motor oil and internal of the filler hole, whatever that means. By the way, if you're wondering, this thing is turning mechanism control, basically this thing, and I assume there needs to be some oil in there. So I'm just gonna fill it up until I see something. So guys, let's just kind of go over this list quickly. At least then we can ensure that Joseph is up to date. So, got that done as well. Gear connection of the clutch shaft. I think that's inside the clutch housing. I need to open that up later, so we'll deal with that later. There are some issues there. Bearings and the starter drive gear. So number 6 is this. Which is perfect. Number 7 is that. I can't tell where the level is at. Dude, why is there clay in there? What? There is definitely some water in there. Yeah. Look at that moonshine. Straight to the fuel tank later. As I put some pressure in here, you can see that area is leaking. So I think there should be a seal there or something. Or maybe not. I'm not really sure. The book does not say how much oil you need to add there, so as always I'm just gonna wing it. I'm guessing about a halfway should be fine for a gearbox. Just gotta make sure there's some oil in this thing. Usually there is like a line in the housing where the oil level needs to be. This one does not have any of that line business. I'm gonna clean that actually. Now, overall it doesn't really matter what oil you put in here. The oil will do a very simple task. It will catch the heavy particles like dust and stuff. And this type of filter, it works great. A lot of older machines have them, and I think even bigger machines these days, but I'm not really sure about that. Now, apparently the big filter also has the same oil setup. It's supposed to be located somewhere between that and that. So I'm gonna try to check that this time. Now number 11. I was unable to locate that last time because it doesn't exist. It says it's crank roller and it takes grease. Number 11 is there. It's somewhere behind the air cleaner, which we just cleaned. And you can physically see there's a grease fitting there, number 11. So something behind the air cleaner or next to it with a grease fitting. Some type of crank roller. So we got the air cleaner right there. But dude, there's nothing behind the air cleaner. It's just piping, exhaust, intake. What the hell? There's nothing there. Is that it? No, that's not it. I think the book is wrong. Or there's some different model problems. Because in the book it says that there is some grease fitting on top of the starter motor. That is obviously not correct. So I think in this situation the book is wrong. And most of the stuff nicely match up, but some of them make no sense. Magnetogland. Magnetoglam. I think that has something to do with the turbo. Oh, never mind. The magneto down here instead. So you don't really need to touch that apparently until you need to fix it or maintain it. Basically, when you disassemble the thing, then you need to lubricate it up with some special turbine oil. Yeah, I'm just gonna X that because I don't need to touch that. Magneto bearings when repairing, so same deal. Same deal. Diesel engine air cleaner. Diesel engine air cleaner. So that's what I mentioned before. Holy hell. Look at that. It's like 10 kilos of sand in there. I wonder where the oil container is, because it has those holes there, and it has the same holes up top. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. There's an extra line here. Wait, that thing is not even hooked up, man. What's up? Strange. Yeah, I'm gonna go ask Steve. The guy probably knows more than I do. Okay guys, so Steve told me that the book I have is most likely about the first model, D130. So that's like the older model, but it looks pretty much the same. And that would explain some weird glitches. Stuff that I can't find, for example. And he said that only the first models had the oil filter on the diesel engine, and all the later models came with paper filters only. So I don't really need to do anything else. I just put the filters back. And also I need to hook up that hose. I don't know how long it's been like that. I just kind of found out. And for some reason it has 0 clamps on it. I don't understand that. Strange. Hydraulic pump drive, that's something we can check. Takes some type of special lubricant called that thing. So this little box is for the hydraulic pump drive gear lubrication. Originally I thought it's lubricated by engine oil, but apparently not. It has a dedicated gearbox for that. It barely has anything in there. I think this is because when I removed the hydraulic pump, when I did the seal job on them, there was some red stuff leaking out of it, I remember, but I never refilled it. Because there's a bunch of gears in there, I'm just gonna put some regular gear oil instead. I don't know what the special Soviet oil is. Maybe Stalin knows, but it's not really a big deal if you overfill this. This is a breather cap, so it will just kind of push excessive oil out of this cap. Okay, so on the other side of the machine we got the fuel pump crankcase. Well, actually you just need to check it every 60 hours. Strange. I don't remember overfilling this. Can't understand from the smell, but I think I smell a bit of diesel in there. It looks very watery. What do you guys think? Can you smell it? Try to smell it. You know, that smells like diesel, man. Guys, I've had this issue with the fuel pump. It's losing prime sometimes, but I've been unable to identify where the prime is going. So I've been thinking maybe it's an internal leak. Maybe that's it. It's plausible, man. The fuel does travel through here, so maybe it's somehow getting into the crankcase. Because that looks very watery. Does that look like engine oil to you? That looks like coolant, man. Oily coolant. I'm gonna drain that, definitely. I'm not gonna leave that in there. Damn. Look at that, man. My hatch, it works. Didn't need to buy a new do this time. Very good. You know what, I'm gonna put some pressure into the fuel system from my hand pump. If we see something dripping through the drain block, then we can confirm if the diesel is leaking into the crankcase. Pretty good idea, let's do that. Okay, so I'm maxed out on the pressure. It appears that something's leaking. But what is that? Yo, I think that's diesel. I'm gonna release the pressure. One sec. Okay, so I released the pressure from the system. I'm gonna take a little pause, see if it stops dripping, and then I'm gonna re-pressure the system. Then we can confirm. Okay, so nothing's dripping right now. Oh, look at that. We got a drip. I mean a drop. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to drop now. Drip. Sure, man. It's very little, but I think we can confirm. The high pressure fuel pump is leaking internally. Straight into the pump's crankcase. Crap. That is not very good. I think the leak is not really bad because I'm getting a drop maybe like every minute or so. Yeah, you can feel that the pressure is lost. Right now you can't really pump anymore. But I'm pretty sure in about 5 minutes I can pump again. Come on, dude, drop. Battery is on the GoPro is about to run out, man. Hurry up. Wait, so suddenly it stopped? I haven't seen a drop for like 5 minutes now. So I'm just gonna refill it with oil. I'm not gonna open up this high pressure fuel pump. Dude, I don't even know what to do with this thing. This is probably a very complex piece of equipment. I would probably need to take it somewhere who knows how to maintain or rebuild this. But right now I can't really confirm if that's the problem, because the drops, they just kind of don't occur anymore. Nope, there's still pressure there. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill it up and just recheck the oil level at some point. And maybe it's better if well, whenever I park the machine for a long period, I just release the fuel pressure from the system. If there's no fuel pressure in the system, then maybe it's not gonna leak into the pump housing. I know that's not the fix, but I think that's a good idea overall. And that looks a lot better. In bearings. Bearings. Oh, there we go. I assume something went in there. So I'm gonna skip checking the bottom rollers and the top rollers. Mostly because it takes forever to check them, especially the bottom ones. Plus you don't need to check them that often. I checked them last year. I'm also gonna skip the front wheel idler, or we would call this the tensioner wheel. Mainly because there is really no good way to either check it or drain it. It only has one port, which is that one there. And that port acts as a fill hole, check hole and a drain hole. But you can't really drain them if they're on the machine like that. You need to take them off the machine, flip it around, and then you can drain it. So you can't really do much to this thing while it's on the machine. At least that's my understanding how this is supposed to work. As for drag tensioning, right there, this is sort of like a bottle jack which pushes this forward. Dude, there is a lot of pressure in that thing, and basically I don't want to die. If you undo that nut completely, the thing will fly out of here like a bullet, will go through you like nothing. So I don't really want to touch that thing. I know there is too much tension on this track. You can see it's not, well, it's basically flat. It's not supposed to be flat. It needs to have some curves in it. Actually, this one looks flat as well. I don't know. Maybe they're both a bit over tensioned. I'm just too much of a pussy to open them up. The book even says, be very careful when you open those up. You only need to undo them a little bit at a time. But I'm just too much of a wuss. But what I will do is deal with this roller. So if you guys remember my Dozer maintenance videos from last year, I checked all the rollers, the bottom ones and the top ones. And all of them except one was good. When I tried to put new oil in it, it will just immediately leak out. Apparently there is some special seal which is supposed to keep the oil inside the housing. That housing over there. So I think the bearings are still in there. They're not completely destroyed. But they will not last forever without oil. Especially since the seal is destroyed. It's unable to keep the oil inside, plus it will let the dirt into the housing, which is not very good. The dirt will over time destroy everything. You know, the bearings, the shaft, whatever else moves in there. So what I did, pretty simple, I just packed this entire housing with grease. But it's been a year ever since I repacked it. And I figured I can, you know, just kind of keep going with this roller. But I need to constantly just push a little bit of grease in there. Currently it's a bit annoying to add grease to it. I would need to undo that nut and then just kind of manually put grease in the thing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna redesign this a bit. I'm gonna take the nut off and add a grease fitting to that nut. That way it will be a lot easier for me to add a little bit of grease into it every now and then. So yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good idea. A lot of it is leaking out from the sides. I'm not really sure if it's... I'm pretty sure that is tight, so I don't think that's the problem. Maybe it's this tip, or maybe it's that tip. I'm not really sure. But no, I put already like almost the entire tube into the thing. That is not the entire tube, so something's definitely going in there. Actually, most of it is going in there. Entire tube in there right now. Gonna run out of grease soon, man. But in the housing should be pretty packed right now. We're actually almost ready now. There's this one more thing though. Honestly, I'm not really sure if this was before or it's a new issue. there is this distinctive fluttering noise or rattling noise coming from the clutch housing. I don't recall it having that problem before, but I may be mistaken. Maybe I just never noticed it. Now, it doesn't matter if the clutch pedal is pushed down or it's up, the rattling noise is about the same. What will make it worse though is the RPMs of the engine. It does disappear on one occasion though, when you put some serious load on the engine. Then it just completely disappears, but other than that, the noise is always there. So let's open up the cover, see what we can see, what is making that noise. Maybe we can get rid of it. But you know, if we can't figure it out, then it's no big deal. All I have to do is just rewind the exhaust pipe into the gap, then we'll not hear anything. What is going on, man? There's no nut there, yet it's spinning and not coming out. Oh, there is a nut there. So we got that thing moving in there, which you can see. But you know, that's easy. I just need to tighten that nut up a bit. However, I don't think that's causing the rattle noise. Rather, it would be this. Look at that. The entire thing is just moving. Now we have the throwout bearing under there. I don't think it's a bad bearing because it's not moving up and down, it's rather kind of moving in a circle, I guess. Now there is some type of a nut down there. I think if I tighten that, that might actually fix the problem. See? I'm not sure. Is that like 2 nuts or a single nut there? Oh, it's a double nut. No, dude, I'm maxed out now. Can't turn it anymore, or I'm gonna break it. Didn't do anything. Still moves the same. The further I adjust it, the further the brake pad is gonna travel from the brake disc. So I think that adjustment is not for what I'm trying to achieve. You know what, I'm just gonna tighten that up as well and then just fire her up. See if adjusting that either fixed something or messed something else up. Physically, I can't really tell what's making the noise. It's either this or those. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Guys, so this yellow part is actually moving up and down. The bearing part there, it does not move with the yellow part. Okay. Can you see? I think you should be able to see. So this thing moves separately from the bearing housing. Maybe all we need to do is just tighten this nut there. Dude. What is that? Dude, that's welded there. What? The nut is welded to that thing. Huh. Yeah, dude, that's welded together. Look at that. What type of a nut is this? I think I just need to undo that weld and then try to tighten it up, I guess. In order to get that slack out. Well, basically what I can say for sure, that weld there is not supposed to be there. So that giant nut or bolt, the book is calling it a bin for some reason, I'm not really sure. Sleeve bin. But that thing is that there, number 15. And apparently there's another one at the bottom. I can't even see that. But we can clearly see from this picture that instead of a weld, there should be some type of a plate locking the nut to its place. The upper nut has a hole in it, but the bottom one does not. I'm not really sure what's that about. Unlock and unscrew the upper pin, number 8. So that's a pin, not a bolt. And the bottom one is called a lower pin. So... Okay guys, it took me some time, but I finally figured out why the book is calling it a pin. So when I press the clutch pedal down, this yellow lever moves that way. And that's why it's called a pin, because it's not really locked in there per se. It acts like an excavator pin, I suppose, on a pocket for example. Although I'm not really sure if that slack is normal. I don't think I'm gonna open up that weld. I just think I will not achieve anything if I try that. So I don't think this is what causes the rattling noise. So I think that's actually what's causing the noise, that movement there. I mean... See if I can tighten them individually. There's 3 of them total. The issue is that as I tighten one of them, the other two kind of gets loose ever so slightly. So I don't think you can like perfectly tighten them. See, that's already loose. The one I tightened first. Hopefully my camera will make it. So I'm pretty sure the sound is not coming from the yellow lever, rather from the big wheel of death. Now it appears that the noise is more when the RPMs are low, which was not the case before. Actually it was the other way around. So it definitely did something. As of right now though, I'm not gonna waste any more time on this. I'm just gonna wait and see what the experts in the comments section have to say. But anyway, I'm gonna get to work with this thing, and let's start off by removing some topsoil. Actually, I have a pretty good spot to put this stuff. Basically just push the thing down the mountain, and from here I have to turn and push it up there. So the goal is to create like a mountain on this spot, and then with the bobcat carry it all here. Now right now Supermom has some issues moving that slope. She always gets stuck on the hillside. So she wanted some backfill at the cabin, and I think I'm just gonna backfill it pretty much straight. Well, still I'm gonna do a grade away from the building, but it will be a very minimal grade, and probably gonna stop somewhere here. Basically the backfill level will be somewhere here, and then it will suddenly drop down. And before the drop, I'm gonna build some type of fence so that Supermom does not drive into the abyss. So this project will pretty much be the same as my last dirt removal project, because I will achieve 2 goals with the same work. When I remove this area, A, I got the dirt gone, which was goal number 1, and B, I got my earth wall finished, which was goal number 2. So I'm aiming for the same results with this video. Want to get rid of that dirt and also fix the slope behind the cabin. So that's like 2 birds with, I don't know, throwing your underpants at them. I don't know how the hunting stuff works. But anyway, I'm gonna go buy some fuel for that thing and then we can get to work. Well, this is gonna take a while. Dude, we're not even halfway there yet. This sucks. Somewhere there. Should be good for about 30 minutes. Yo, I think I figured it out. Where I'm gonna put my lumber material to dry after sawmilling. So I'm gonna expand a bit further. So I need to relocate that one, this, that, and maybe that. But it will technically not get in my way, but during the dozing operation I might break it. I'm thinking I'm gonna bring my sawmill shed somewhere here on this line. And then I have barely enough room to put the lumber shed on that line and end just before the bigger tree. This distance is about 7.5 meters, which is perfect considering I usually do about 3-meter logs anyway. So I could put like 2 stacks of 3-meter long lumber to dry, and the sawmilling shed would end somewhere here. So technically this maple will not interfere, and that thing can also stay. They will not get in my way right now, I mean. But I'm gonna try to relocate 1, 2, 3, 4 and a maybe. Now replanting smaller stuff is probably not a big deal, they will adjust. But bigger stuff like this, it is very possible that they will not survive unless I get a lot of dirt with it, but I cannot really do that. Look at that, guys. More of that treasure stuff. Unbelievable. Looks like a giant V-belt. Holy hell, that is big. Look at that, intact and everything. Dude, I think we should try to put this on the lawn tractor. At least this thing will never break. Unlike the cheap China belts, which only last like couple of months. This thing has been underground for like 100 years. And it's still good. Stab! Likes to stab me. What did I ever do to you? Poor trees, man. All they have to suffer through. And first they had to go through midlife crisis, getting hit in the head numerous times, and now they were forced to buy new property which they can't even own. Sucks to be a tree, I guess. But guys, look at the bright side. Now we can remove some stumps. Things just got interesting. What am I, on crack or something? I'm gonna get rid of that stump as well. But guys, that's oak. I think that's gonna be hard. Very hard. I guess not. Guys, I gotta mind my surroundings. Check that out. I did not even look behind me and look where I stopped. I just slightly hit the thing. Wow. I wouldn't even probably notice if I knocked this over. I have to be careful around here. That is some serious blind luck right there. Guys, I'm gonna get... whatever, I'm gonna get rid of this thing as well. I mean, it's kinda in the way and I can easily doze the area then. I don't think I can replant this though. Very unlikely. But I can take it out with the dozer and see later. I didn't even touch this thing. The moment Joseph arrived, this thing just fell over. What a pussy. Piss off, you useless crap. This is not spruce, by the way. It's extra spicy. It stings really badly. I should probably change the video's title to something like Ants Pants giving 110%, trying to save trees, but at the same time going through like 300 liters of diesel. I tried to put that, but that's too long of a title. YouTube does not allow it. Oh! Oh. Good grab. Sometimes I think that it just cause more harm than good. The heart is in the right place, but sometimes just things go south. Actually, I honestly think that this thing has a fairly good chance of surviving the replantation attempt. What do you guys think? I personally think nature is full of surprises. Like for example this branch over here. Dude went straight and then was like, no bro, I'm going left now. So about a week ago, I put out a notice. Employee of the month notice. But basically it's between the Bobcat, Joseph, and oh, the Old Blue as well, plus the Yanmar. Now the first month is not really over yet, and Joseph is already trying to get rid of the competition. With the ass clown. Oh crap. Man, I need to open the rear door. Have to flip the master switch. Okay, as you can see, it's mild change in plans. You know, I figured it's gonna be a catastrophic pain to try to doze that mountain here. To just imagine what the terrain will be later. It will be like a bomb detonated here. My plan B is what you just saw. I'm just gonna drive through there and dump it there. Needs some mild adjustments, maybe cut some branches off, but man, I think this is a lot better option. I wouldn't mess the grass up at all, and this is, this is kind of not that important. Yeah. And the drive from there to there is not that long. It's probably 2 times shorter than the longest route was when I was building on the wall. Addition to that, I don't really have that big of a mountain. I would say this is like 3 times less what went there. That was several days of work. I figure I can do this in about a day. But man, let's just kind of get to work. I'm gonna put my Powerpuff Girls remix on. Gonna run that in a loop until we get rid of the mountain. For you guys though, I have to put some general boring crap. I don't have the copyrights for the Powerpuff Girls soundtrack. Sorry guys. I do wonder, will this mountain deal ever end? Guys, I just got an amazing idea. Dating profile for Joseph. Let's create a dating profile for Joseph. I know it sounds completely moronic, but bear with me, okay? Check this out. So, definitely into women, this guy. Soviet women, I mean. There is a slight possibility that he will also do men, but it has to be on a really, really drunk day. And it has to be Soviet men. Nothing else will work. What else? I'm thinking favorite drink. Up next. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's diesel. With a splash of used motor oil in it, of course. The guy likes a hard cocktail. It's nothing weird. Basically, the guy just wants a stable relationship, but does not want any gates. The guy hates competition, so... I mean, he tried to bury the bobcats before. So no little munchkins, okay? Oh, I know. Favorite hobbies. The guy likes to take long walks on the beach and just make mountains. So favorite TV show, maybe? What TV, man? The guy never owned one. And I guess hopes and dreams. Joseph here hopes that he will have a proper toilet one day. So if any of you Soviet ladies or Soviet men with an entire pallet of vodka are interested, then I will create that dating profile for you, so you can, I don't know, do that stuff. Oh, by the way, he likes it rough. And I'm just now realizing what the crap is this. I mean, how stupid do you gotta be, man? How is that even, what? I don't know. But anyway, guys, as you saw, the glitch happened again. The moment I started pop crapping around, we got a bunch of rain. I am telling you guys, that's a glitch in the Matrix. It cannot be anything but that. But in other news, I guess that happened. Dude, I did not even plan for this. It just kind of popped in my head. I was like, I have nowhere to put the crap anymore. What am I gonna do? And then about 5 seconds later, let's create the driveway, man, down the hill. Did not see a single reason why not. So, guess I'm doing that now. Not quite there yet, though. Still needs a lot more material, bro. I would say maybe like 60% done. It's possible that I might reach the bottom, although I'm not really sure if it's gonna be wide enough. Initially, I thought I'm gonna start off from the top as wide as I can put it, and as I come down, the pathway actually goes there and also turns to this side. So this will be the bottom side. Will be super wide basically, and Supermom could just drive up and down with the lawn tractor, be able to keep this area mowed. I wouldn't put any heavy equipment on it because this is basically a dirt mountain, but the lawn tractor should be fine on it. Yet I'm pretty sure I don't have enough material there, so I'm just gonna focus on that single pathway. That well, I just want to finish it. I don't want the thing to look like this, halfway finished. It's a pretty decent pile, but definitely not enough to make it super wide, but should be enough to make it just wide enough. I mean, currently I'm not planning to dig out any more material from this area. I think it's pretty good at this point. Now I want this area to be flatter than Earth is, at least. Overall I'm pretty happy how this setup works. About halfway through though, I thought maybe the tractor with the trailer would have been faster. I mean, yeah, maybe faster, but with the Bobcat though, I can just set the material in place instantly. And in the meantime, I can just compact everything else. As I drive on this pathway continuously, this will compact the soil down. So it's like doing multiple things at the same time. So I'm gonna continue with that mountain as well. I'm gonna carry it over here with the Bobcat, and hopefully we'll be able to finish at least some portion of this driveway down to that area. Don't worry guys, I'm not gonna make another time lapse. I'm just gonna make your head hurt a bit. Sorry in advance. Look at that, guys. The eagle has landed. Wow. And I still have a bunch of that stuff remaining there, so I'm just gonna make it wider and wider from the base. Guys, you will never guess who just arrived. Bunch of power people arrived, at the location where I've been removing materials like trees and soil. They told me, hey, we're here to cut the trees away. I was like, I already removed them all. The guy literally looked around and was like, very good. So yeah, I'm not even kidding you guys. They went on the neighbor's land instead. And let's go check it out. Maybe we can.
Te arvate, võib-olla võtaks seal ühe kõvera puu maha, aga mul segavad need kastid, kas te saate neid kuidagi ära võtta seal? Käime vaatame.
You know, this is so exciting. Like watching other people work. You know, the base is getting wider by the minute. Ultimately though, it would be really cool if the thing's just, well, actually as wide as possible. That would be really cool. I mean, turn, maybe end somewhere here. How cool would that be? Probably overkill, but guys, we got a little bit of excitement into our very boring and linear mod transfer phase. So the Power People game, completely unannounced, just kind of showed up. And you know, I was pretty sure I'm gonna get my ass handed to me for removing the soil around the power post. I was pretty much like okay dude, time to pull down your pants and don't forget lube. But no man, nothing happened. The guy didn't even mention it. I told him there was a bunch of trees here as well next to the power line, and I got rid of them. He was very happy about that, so I guess less work for him. But guys, even if I did not remove those trees, they still wouldn't have got them 100%. They got this up, this tiny thing. The thing was slightly leaning there, but the guy did not even talk about this thing. I mean, look, leaning towards the power line, and check it out. So many dead branches up there. I mean, any one of them can just break and fall off. But the guy didn't even mention this. I guess they... No, I think they only got smaller ones. They don't really deal with bigger trees. But they nicely cleared up the area. I mean, you could not even see through that before. And they also got some branches off that one and this one. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to the boring crap. Still got a little bit of that mountain left. I'm gonna make it quick for you guys though. It is very boring. Try to look at the sun or the shadow of this thing. No particular reason, just something to do. So I haven't really done anything yet. It's been a while. I had to take a pee break. Look at that, guys. Basically finished now. Just got a little incy wincy tinsy left there. But dude, this is gonna be a really cool project. I think this is gonna be really cool. So once I completely finish this area, I mean, this is gonna be very good. The Mr. Cat here has been very loyal. Things just went through all that dirt, did not even break down once. I think he deserves another sticker. There we go. Good little meow. Meow, 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 meow. Don't worry, guys, I did not forget about Joseph this time. Payment was paid in full. Guys should be happy. But let's go check out my hill way to nowhere. So who wants to watch grass grow? Definitely not me. But guys, I think this hillside actually came out pretty well. It would be great if it looped. Oh. More steel. There's always something in the ground. There's always something in the ground. Now, a lot of you have said that I should get like a metal detector or something. Dude, that is not a good idea. The metal detector would start beeping the moment you take it out of the box. And then I would have a bunch of dark holes everywhere. Now, I know for a fact there is a lot of junk steel in the ground. This whole area actually. Well, there used to be like a giant tractor depot, I guess, just next door. So there's tractor parts, scrap steel, barbed wire, random pieces of steel, absolutely everywhere. So unless I wanted some chunk steel, then yes, let's start metal detecting. But other than that, it's just not worth it. It will find too much crap. But as I recall previously, we were talking about the hill before we got interrupted by that piece of crap. So let's just proceed with the hill talk, okay? So I think the hill came out pretty good. Actually, the base of it went pretty wide. But what do you guys think? Was this hill idea worth it? Right next to the cabin? I think it was. Definitely better than what I had before. I mean, before it was basically just like a sudden drop. That is not great. Same deal as with the wall. 2 birds with 1 toilet paper. Yeah, backfill of the cabin also came out pretty decent. I think this dry path is pretty much compacted into oblivion by now. Potentially I could put Joseph on it and nothing would happen. But I'm gonna also clean up this area quickly and throw some grass seed here as well. Just make it look a bit nicer, I guess. Generally, I thought these roots would be a problem for the hill, but dude, they just kind of all disappeared. There is no roots on the hill. There's nothing there. So strange. Sure. Do that. You know, I think this works also pretty well. Supermom should have no issues mowing this area now. Plus we got that small grate away from the building. Pretty happy how this came out as well. asi see veel siin on? Look at that, guys. Look at the extra cute little pathway. Something that I did not have before. More of that mowing real estate for Supermom. I do believe she will be super happy. I sure am though. Because I'm finished. Dude, I am finished with stupid dirt removal mission. Done. Remember when we started with the backyard road? Just a fine little line. And also this area. Then we did this side entirely. Bunch of trees and sheds went bye-bye with the mud. Then my next mission was to remove a bunch of trees. What do you think? Will they grow back? I hope so. And the final mission, which just ended. So much dirt, man. I am literally sick of it. I'm just super happy that it's over now. I assume you guys are happy as well. I mean, like 4 videos straight, just removing dirt and stuff. Has to get boring by now, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. But guys, I'm just gonna plow on. Now there are certain goals that I wanna reach before we get winter time. Before we get that stupid white cocaine everywhere. And backfill would be great, but I can live without it. I have gravel out on that area, so. However, the things that I definitely want to finish this year is the backyard area. And that's what I'm gonna focus on the next video. Basically, we have some ideas to improve the situation. And I also want to build more boulder walls. Or actually rock. Maybe the rock walls. They had a specific name. This is me trying to remember stuff. Retaining walls, yeah, those things. Wow, it took me a while to remember that. But yeah, I want to build more retaining walls, and we have some ideas, but we're not really sure yet. So I'm not gonna explain the plans. Those tend to change every minute. But I guess the end goal would be to just wrap up with the back area. The backyard, I mean. Build a bunch of boulder walls wherever I'm gonna build them. Install a French drain if it's necessary. And insulate the foundation of the building up to the carport area. Those are the main goals that I definitely want to finish before we get white stuff. But guys, the sun is going down again. Let's just kind of wrap this one up. What a monumental moment. We got some action going on here.
Hello! What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey!
Hello. Bye.
Bye-bye! What are you doing?
What? I almost forgot about those things. These two. Can't let them die, can we now? They're here somewhere. Mission accomplished, Joe. Leave, you bastards.